What's going on? It's Fist, and we're going to do the week in review for the Lions, Detroit Lions. I do this after every game, post-game show. Lions, this is like the very first game. We went on the road, and we had to play without Kelvin Johnson. And it looks like, because of Matthew Stafford, the first couple of games you could see, after Calvin Johnson had a great first game. They're always practicing the key on him. And they pretty much knew that he wasn't going to be in the game this week, even though they used him as a decoy. And he cost people tons of points on fantasy football. Like, Calvin Johnson is going to explode in the next couple of games. I don't know which game. One of these games is going to go off. And I don't know if it's like going against really tough teams or this next team playing the Buffalo Bills. But I learned some important stuff, anytime you get somebody with any type of ankle injury, don't even put them on your fantasy team. It's a waste of time. Don't even do it. But he's gonna explode. So he's gonna have a big game. So the defense, we have the second best defense in the NFL according to Week 4. We're only giving up 63 yards of rushing. Of course, we haven't really faced a rushing team as of yet. It's understandable. And a bunch of the teams we've been playing have been pretty banged up. I still see, I have to give some credit to the Lions. The defense is there. Matthew Stafford is starting to understand how to use the second receiver, Golden Tate. And so, he's starting to spread the ball around a lot more, which is really good. And to have a banged up defense, it goes both ways. We don't have a secondary. Our defensive line is the anchor and is holding us in there. So, with that being said, I think it's phenomenal that we're in second place overall in the NFL, only giving up 63 rushing yards. So I'm gonna have to give the game ball to Matthew Stafford. I think it was 293 yards, 2 touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, something like that, or one way or the other. He rushed in again, and his mobility. And the way the NFL is now is that your quarterback has to have some type of mobility. If you don't have a running game, then you're going to have a defense, and you're going to have a quarterback that is somewhat mobile in order to get those fantasy points that you want. That's another great thing. If you guys want me to start talking about fantasy football, like if you're on King Fantasy or FanDuel or anything like that, you guys want me to start covering that, I've been doing that, and it's been awesome. It's been taking the place of, it's just made my Sundays just that much more wonderful. I can help you guys with that. I think it's wonderful. I love it. So the Lions defense is looking good. The special teams, we still missed a field goal after we got rid of Nate Freeze. So I don't know what's going on in that situation. Our special teams has been terrible for the last 5 years. I don't know what is going to, I don't know what it takes. Maybe you have to fire the special team coach because you still have kickers missing the ball. So there's something going on there. I don't know what it is. Matthew Stafford is progressing as far as like understanding to not be dependent on Calvin Johnson, which is great. And we got some running backs. We got some young guys. Tight end, I forgot I forgot his name. The one we just got in the second round or first round draft. Man, he's starting to come around. He's starting to look really good. So I think that's going to be starting to be a big target for him. Great. It's also a nice outlet for a mobile quarterback like Matthew Stafford. If Matthew Stafford can stay healthy and still be in shape and be mobile like he is now, and they can show they could beat some tough teams on the road, then I'm going to say that they might be able to get past the third level of the playoffs. As it stands right now, in order to get past the third level of playoffs, you have to have a defense that can rush the quarterback, a mobile quarterback, and you have to be able to you have to have offense that scores over 24 points. And I think the Lions are in that mix. They're almost there, and they're working on it every week. Other than that, you can hit me up on Twitter /Fist. Lions win 24-17. I really didn't even think it was that close. The Lions are just going through the motions. I felt like they should have won the game at a bigger margin than what they wanted at. But we got the Buffalo Bills next week. I'm optimistic about it. I mean, I don't know. There's two teams you're really not getting up for. I think EJ Manuel is having problems. I think when you get a new quarterback and a new rookie quarterback into the league, like you see Bortles, Bridgewater, all these new guys coming in, they might have the first 2 games that might be really good, but then after the 3rd and 4th game, like they get figured out and they get destroyed, and then that's like a learning maturation process, and then they'll probably be good like a little bit later, and everybody goes through that. So I think EJ Manuel, I think because he's at that 5th game that we're gonna see him with the 4th game, fifth game. It's gonna be the 5th game we play them. I think he's gonna have a really, to be honest with you, we're playing them at home, and we've already seen them in preseason. I think we're gonna have a huge game against them. I think that this might be the game where Calvin Johnson goes off, gets like 3 touchdowns, and if he's healthy. If he's not healthy, then I see that just another close game like 24-17 again. But if Calvin Johnson's ankle's healthy, he wants the ball. He wants to get the ball. So, anyways, that's it. I think we're gonna be good until we start playing New Orleans. As long as we don't play Atlanta as long as we play Atlanta at home, I think we can beat them. And I'll talk about the other games down the road. But there's a lot of great matchups. There's just tons of great matchups in NFL today. And if you're a fantasy player and you want to talk more about it, hit me up on Twitter. I'll be glad to talk about it. Until next time, it's your boy Fez. Peace and I'm out.